Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for January 9th, 2012. It is 8:36 a.m. and it is pretty chilly out there. Again, not too horrible for January, but still, it's definitely has a little bit of a bite to the air this morning with temperatures ranging from the upper teens to mid 20s over the interior and mid 20s to lower 30s along the coast. High pressure is currently settling over the northern mid-Atlantic. It's a weak high pressure system, but there's trouble brewing to the south and west, and the southwest, should I say, that will bring a threat for a few snow showers and maybe even a brief period of light snow for portions of southern New Jersey. So let's take a look at the latest radar, and you can see we have some showers here trying to develop and consolidate. This is not a strong low pressure system. However, what it will be capable of producing once this low pressure system that is developing in the Tennessee River Valley hits the Atlantic Ocean is produce a period of snow showers and maybe even some light snow for portions of the Philadelphia metropolitan area off towards the New Jersey coast, which could produce anywhere from a trace to possibly even 2 inches of snow on cold, grassy surfaces. I think most locations will see a trace of snow, if any. Could see some dusting. I don't expect this to be a major event, but I don't want to catch you, by surprise either, with a little bit of light snow late tonight into early tomorrow morning. For the New York City metropolitan area, basically a few flurries, nothing significant. And to the north of the New York City metropolitan area, especially for northeastern Pennsylvania, northern New Jersey, Connecticut, a few flurries, but nothing significant in nature. Probably won't see much of anything at all. When we take a look at the infrared satellite picture, you can see these areas of low pressure developing, and one of these low pressure systems will take hold and become the primary low pressure system for tonight, track to the northeast off of the New Jersey coast, and produce that brief period of snow showers and light snow. A more impressive area of low pressure is developing over the western Gulf Coast, and this low pressure system will track to the northeast towards the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area on Wednesday night into Thursday. This low pressure system will produce a very heavy rainfall and mark the beginning of a significant change to the weather pattern. I hope you didn't get too used to the warm weather we've been dealing with and we've been having. It's been very pleasant, but it is coming to a rapid and abrupt end. And when it does, you are going to feel it, and it's not leaving anytime soon. So let's take a look at some of the model guidance here. We'll start with the GFS model guidance for this little disturbance that we're going to be dealing with. Again, this is not going to be a major disturbance, and for the most part, the models have this disturbance handled pretty well. So you can see by late tonight, by 11 p.m., we have some snow showers breaking out over portions of southern New Jersey. Again, not a major event, but you can see our low pressure system is sitting off the North Carolina coast, throwing moisture into the northern mid-Atlantic. We have a little bit of lifting at 500 millibars. Again, we have our moisture at 700 millibars and 850 millibars. And so I'm looking for a few scattered snow showers. Nothing major here, just a little brief burst. The one thing I'm concerned about is that we do have a little bit of enhanced lifting at the mid-levels around 1 a.m. And of course, temperatures are going to be below freezing or at freezing at that point. And so you get a little bit of this enhanced lifting. Let's say it's just a little bit further to the west, and then you end up with a burst of light snow along the southern New Jersey coast. We're talking about Atlantic City, Cape May, areas like that. Could see a brief burst of some light snow rather than just your typical scattered snow showers. And that's why, some locations could get up to as much as 2 inches on cold, grassy surfaces or on some of your cars. But again, I don't expect a major event out of this whatsoever. So let's take a look at the European model guidance, which is pretty much doing very well for this time period. And as we fast forward into Tuesday night, our area low pressure is well out into the Atlantic. Our new area low pressure is developing over the Mississippi River Valley. You can see how intense this disturbance is. This is with the subtropical jet stream. This is the polar jet stream. keep an eye on the polar jet stream as we move forward into this forecast. So we move forward, and you can see our area low pressure tracking up towards the Tennessee River Valley. It's going to be a very nice day on Wednesday. Temperatures are going to be rebounding into the 40s and lower 50s with a southeasterly wind. Clouds will be increasing, but dry conditions can be expected all the way on through the evening hours. Now, I am a little bit concerned about Wednesday night into Thursday morning for portions of, let's say, northwestern Connecticut and the Hudson River Valley, especially to the north of White Plains. I'm talking about Poughkeepsie. Those locations on Wednesday morning could be cold enough to support some freezing rain and sleet before a changeover to rain. The reason why I'm concerned is because of this high pressure system here driving cold air. You see this little wedge here, okay? Driving cold air down the coast ahead of this low pressure system. And even though we're going to have a southeasterly wind, that wedge of cold air would allow temperatures to remain just cold enough to possibly start off with some freezing rain and sleet for those locations. The good news, though, is that with this low pressure system driving to the north and east, plenty of warm air is going to surge north into the entire northern mid-Atlantic. So I think everyone changes over to rain eventually. The only threat for any frozen precipitation, again, is going to be for northwestern Connecticut and the central and I guess you could almost say southern portions of the Hudson River Valley to the north of White Plains. Again, we're talking about Poughkeepsie, talking about Albany. Those locations are going to have to keep an eye on that icy weather on Thursday morning and late Wednesday night. Otherwise, a heavy rain event can be expected, and then the cold air comes rushing in. And when I say rushing in, it's going to be brutal on Friday. Temperatures are not going to be moving at all. We're talking about lower to mid 30s. You could see a high of 37, but that might be at 8 a.m. in the morning. And then that cold air just does not leave as our new pattern develops. You see this ridge that's building out here? This ridge is going to become a block, basically a huge block in the weather pattern. And when you get a huge ridge in portions of Alaska like this, and a deep trough is then translated to the east for much of the United States. And what happens is that all of this Arctic air that's been building over northwestern Canada has nowhere to go but south. And when it goes south, it's not leaving anytime soon. So you can see this huge bridge developing over portions of Alaska. And you can see the north and northwesterly flow is coming out of Canada and right into the United States. And this type of pattern, when it develops, when it locks in, it doesn't break down anytime soon. So everyone who's been wondering, where is winter coming, will there be snow? Well, sometimes you get what you ask for, and you might not be happy with what you get when it comes in. Because this pattern change is not only for real, but it's going to leave a lot of people rather shocked when it actually settles in. Well, that is your forecast discussion for this morning. Of course, you can follow the latest weather information at nynjpaweather.com and nynjpaweather on Twitter and Facebook. I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. Have an excellent day. Stay safe out there.